Right, hasn't been a video for a couple of weeks. Reason being is I did record one. It was me doing rear parking sensors on my van. What happened was, didn't really take into consideration the kit I bought. Now the kit I bought was, I'm not gonna lie, it was cheap. It was like 40 quid for flush fit sensors. And what happened was, went through all the video, recorded it, edited it, got to the point where I was going to test them out, and yeah, well, they work, but they don't work. All you hear is literally the screeching of the buzzer going off because it thinks I'm too close to something. Now, the reason it thinks I'm too close to something is, I'm going to have to rest my phone here a second. Look out, this could end in tears. The reason the buzzer was going off mad was the van sits too low to the floor for the sensors to pick up. So it's alright when I'm driving at max height, but drive height is what I class it as. Just literally screams at you. So that's not what I'd class as being ideal. Neither do I class ideal times being the urn has packed up and it doesn't work. So I'm out the unit today. Obviously you'll see what I'm going to be doing. I'm at the unit today and I'm going to be without a cup of tea. So, as I'm British, it's quite upsetting. But it's all well and good. I've come with supplies. Let's go and see what I've got. So, I've got... come the wrong side of the van because I need the sliding door open to get out what's in the back. We've got some Volvic, because you've got to stay hydrated. And I got leftover Dominoes from last night. So that's going to be my lunch and hydration for today. And I've just put my battery on charge, ready for the drill, because you'll soon see what I've got. So I'm going to open the tailgate now, and hopefully nothing falls out, which it didn't, makes a change. We've got a great big bag that looks like a sack of potatoes, but all will be... what's the word? All will be... I don't know. I'm not even going to try and embarrass myself by trying to think what it is. But yeah, what else have I got? I've got that. I've also got... some luck. My drill, my dually, same thing. Oh, thinking actually, have I got another DeWalt charger out here that's like that? Because I could do 2 batteries at a time while I'm doing this. Wonder what the hell that was then. The answer is no, I haven't got another DeWalt charger out here. Oh well, right, where did I get to? Oh yeah, getting stuff out the van ready. I've got several pair of scissors. Some some twin cord wire that was used when I done the tailgate wiring up. So we'll keep that here a minute. What else have I got? There should be another box in there actually, another few boxes saying that. Cool, I'll tell you what, I got scared then. I thought, oh no. Right. I got to hide this box a minute because it's got some addresses on there and I don't really want them being leaked. Right, 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, and some wire. I think that's it all in there actually, which it is. Right, what else do I need? I think that's it. So, this is going to into a very long intro for a change. So, what are we doing today? Oh, need this as well. We are doing, in the back of the tailgate, there is the plastic panel. Now, inside said plastic panel is a bit of an empty space. I'm not too sure where I'm going with that neither. But yeah, I'm planning on putting some LEDs, very similar to those ones up there, where I've got the air freshener hanging from, in the top here. So when I come to a campsite or something like that, it's late at night, just want to chill under the tailgate, flick said switch here, and we've got some downlights. So my plan of action is I'm going to put the switch, I've already peeled the carpet back just to make sure what's there. But there is a little recess here, which I will show you shortly, of where I'm going to be drilling a switch into and going from there with it. So what I'll do, I'll just get everything all set up, pull the table out, which is over there by the quad bike, pull the table out, lay everything out, and then look at going from there. So, see you in the next clip. Right, so here's the bits and bobs I've got for today. I've got, I've forgotten a bit, hang on. So in here we've got switches, only the one switch I'm going to need anyway. But there's came with a pack of 5. In here we've got a hole saw, which is going to be used to obviously drill through this. Loom tape, twin core wire if I need it. I've also got that stuff there just in case that stuff's not going to be ideal, which it should be realistically. And then obviously the downlights in question, which are these ones here. And then spray adhesive, 2 sets of scissors because I can't remember which ones were best for cutting that stuff. Tape measure, and obviously this was used to get that down. And obviously a pen to mark up where I'm going to be drilling. So let's mark out on here where we're going to be doing it, and then we'll be ready to drill. Right, so got all my stuff laid out. I'm now going to start undoing the little popper tab trim clips to get the trim down, lay it on the trestle, and then I can then work out where I'm going to be putting the spotlights. But to be honest with you, if I can peel this back, I can then see roughly where I've got to play with, which might be easier when they're off anyway. But I'm going to get my tool in a minute and then get this one down, which should, hopefully, as long as that's been moved, still be here, which it is. Couldn't tell you what size these are. I think this is a 4mm Allen key on like a T-piece, if you can. I'm not really in shot a minute, hang on. Here we go. So, yeah, it's a T-handled 4mm Allen key. Fits in these lovely, and then you just pop them on down that way. Literally, like this. But you wait now, it'll show me up a bit. The way I work with these is literally twist but pull at the same time. And then, normally it comes out as a hole, but they do sometimes like to separate. So, do that. Done. I'll just do the next ones. Oh god. Really annoys me when they come out in like just the little poppers and not the whole thing. Because 9 times out of 10 I go to pull them down and they all fall out, and then I'm just chasing around after them. But yeah, plan of action today is obviously put the lights here and here, and then obviously carpet wrap it at the same time. So hopefully it'll all go well today and nothing will go wrong and everything's just going to be hunky-dory. Touch wood. Literally, touch wood. I've just dropped a thingy. A trim clip. Where is it gone? I've got to be careful not to smash my head off at that neither, because there's going to be a big accident otherwise. Blood everywhere. Ow. Oh. Also trying to be careful not to cut my finger neither, because I've already got a little graze on it. I say a little graze. It's like a massive cut. And it's really sore. And I've taken it like a champ. And yeah, there he is. Try not to snap this either, because if I end up snapping this, then this whole day's just going to go to pot. Let me put that trestle in the way. Here we go. Last trim. Or last clip, I should say, sorry. In, twist, twist. Flipping, I haven't even knocked myself out with it. Right, done. Lay it on the trestle. And now I've got to work out where I'm going to put my lights. So, as you can see, I've got these big gaps here. Granted, I have got the locking mechanism that we used for making the tailgate work. But I'm thinking roughly want them around about here. So that to me is going to be like here, sort of thing, I want to say. Yeah, let's measure it a minute. This is why we got the tape measure, look. So if I want it about there, I want it about 200 mil. But then how deep is it? Oh, Sam, that's easy to remember. Uh, 20 mil, well, 20 mil, 200 mil. Yeah, 200 by 200 mil. So what I'll do is you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing now. We move the old tripod round. Hold tight, look, we've got professionalism going on. It wouldn't be very professional if you looked at what it was actually looking like. Oh dear. Hang on, lift it up a bit. Cool. Steady on, chaps, steady on. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's all going wrong. I reckon about there. I reckon so. There we are. Right, so let me just grab my pen a minute. You want to mark 200 mil by 200 mil. So, makes this even better when I'm left-handed. I reckon there. And yeah, just there. So that's going to be the first one that we're going to drill through. And if I go with something basically there. Oh, hang on a minute, where's have we gone wrong here then? Yeah, that is 200 mil. And then God, hang on, man. Oh, that's where I went wrong. That should have gone up and then that way. There we go. Well, I know where I'm drilling to on that, so we'll be alright. So theoretically, that should be equal to that side. Right, that's me marking done. Now I was debating whether to, what's the word, wrap it in carpet first, but I think that it's just going to be a waste of time and end in tears. So let's get the drill ready and set up and I'll show you me drilling through it. Right, let's get the drill ready. I don't know how much life this one here has got, but I've also got to measure now before I get ready to drill. I've got to measure the size of these because obviously I want to make sure I'm going to be drilling it to the right bloody size. What on earth is that on the roof? What are we at? 50 mil? So I reckon 50 mil. Let's pull out the 50 millimeter in here. Hopefully it comes with it. Oh God. I reckon that's a 50. Oh, that's a 60, hang on. God, hang on, it's all going wrong. Oh yeah, it's definitely not 60. Alright, so I was right, 50. I reckon it's this one here then. Nice to see this tool I've bought's been pre-oiled. 60 mil, I reckon. Oh, it's 51 mil. That might be too much of a snug fit. What size is that? Oh, it's a 60. Oh. So I'm just trying to think with the carpet on there. Then again, 51 mil. But that's done. You know what? If it all goes wrong, it all goes wrong. We're in it to try, aren't we? Alright, so that's the core I want. And is this going to fit on here is the next question. Probably not, but here we go. And oh, and it does. Steady on. Steady on. Just put that on there as well. Alright. Make sure we do this up tight, because otherwise I do not fancy this going off on me. This is the next funny bit that it doesn't fit in the chuck. Oh, it does. Right. Start off slow. Alright. Are we in shot? Because if not, I'm going to be very upset. Yes, we are. Helps if you take it off that one. Look out, we've got a hole. Let's do the same on the other side. Hang on, before we do that, actually. I'll get too ahead of myself. Well, that fits perfectly. So, it's whether it's going to fit perfectly with carpet or I'm going to have to trim around that hole there completely and hope that this little face of it here covers over it. We'll give it a go. What's the worst that'll happen? Now I've got to try and get this bit here out, this hot molten plastic. Ow. There we go. Breathe in. Let's get drill it on here. In fact, I'm going to move this down a bit now just to try and secure it. Alright, let's go a bit faster on this bit. Alright, done. That was a good bit of drilling. Right. So that's there all done. Just clean this bit here up. Oh, I should have really gone fast with it. Thing is though, this is the easy bit. I've still got the hard bit to go. Which is going to be poking the wiring through. But what I'm going to do quickly is, if I move you up with me, look out. I'm going to hold this up a minute and just make sure it's clear of everything. Which, oh, sound it is. That is fantastic. So you can see now where the lights are going to go. And now I just need to get some panel wipe or something that's going to be usable, not usable, something that I can use to clean the plastic off with. Spray the spray adhesive on there, let it go tacky for a few minutes. Well, hang on, rewind. I need to cut out the fabric for the right size, and then what do I then need to do? Help me out, someone. I've lost the plot already today. Yeah, cut the fabric out. Spray that, let it go off. Clean that, spray that, let that go off. Apply it on there, wrap it round. There we go. We got there in the end. And then I can then look at cutting out these little holes here for it to go on. So, bear with me. I'm going to get the fabric all sorted and unfolded, and then I'll come back to you when we're ready to cut it and stick it. Right, just cut the material out. Didn't record it because I left my phone in my pocket. But all I done, I literally laid the carpet out on the floor, put the panel over the top of it, and just left probably about inch or so, about 6 inches, if you know what I mean, of edge around there, just enough to fold over, so I'm not cutting it completely fine. So yeah, that's on the floor. I've got to hoover it off because it's got a little bit dirty since it's been cut on the floor. But yeah, before I do that, I'm literally just going to spray the contact adhesive, which I'm going to spray it on there, just brush off that carpet quickly while this is going off. And then once I've done that, I'm then going to spray that on that side of it, and then get ready to stick it on. So, bear with me. I'll move the camera down so you can see me doing this. It's either going to go one way or another. Hopefully the way I want it to go, which is perfect. Shake the can up, spray it over it. Try not to get anything everywhere, which 9 times out of 10, this stuff just goes like silly string. So yeah, try not to get it on that roof box down there neither, because that's not mine. And go from there. So, to be fair, this stuff isn't as stringy as I thought it was going to be. Normally, depending where you get it from, it comes up like absolute silly string. It's starting to come through now. I don't think I shut the can very well. Done. Don't forget the edges. Almost like spray paint. Right, you should be able to see on the camera that it's got an even spray all across. So, once that's going off, I'm going to quickly brush off that carpet, spray that, and then get ready to lay it on. Right, it's been about 10 minutes or so now. Just lifting the carpet up. Oh, it's got dirty on the other side now. And I feel like this is going to be the wrong way of doing it. But I need to make sure giving myself enough overhang, if that makes sense. Which I feel like I have not. At least with this, you get a few minutes to let it go. I think I've got too much overhang there now. No, I've got the perfect amount. Right. So, go back, trying to scrape out as much of these creases as I can as possible. Oh, there's a big one there. At least with it being 4-way stretch, it is literally so easy to use. Oh God, without that happening. Right, there we go. Ooh. Cool. Tell you what, I'm not saying I'm good, but I'm good. Right, I know what I want to do. As you can see there, I've done that. I'm going to flick it over, lay this on there, and then spray these edges, fold it over itself. So, let's do that quickly. There we go. Right, again, just gonna let that go off quickly, fold it on over, and then I'll show you when I'm ready to cut these little holes out. This one here, I'm not going to do straight away. That one there is just for the grab handle. I haven't got a grab handle yet because I'm waiting for one to pop up cheap enough, because I can't warrant spending, how much was it? It was something stupid like 100 quid, not 100 quid, 60 quid or something like that for a handle. So yeah, I'm going to wait for one to pop up a little bit more affordable, should we say, before I worry about that. But yeah, like I said, just going to let this tack off, fold over the edges, neaten it all up, and then we'll be ready for the next part. Right, it's been a few minutes now. I've just folded this side here over to make sure it was sticky enough. Now I'm just going to trim these edges up. Well, I say trim, fold the edges over, but cut a couple of little like release cuts, I think they call them. I'm not too sure. These are the crap scissors that I'm using. I don't seem to want to cut very well. Let's just trim a bit there, guys. Fold that over there, keeping it nice and tight. Should have done the other side first because that's a little bit easier. Because I've got this little recess pit in here, which I'm going to have to try and work with in a sec. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Now we're cooking on gas. Right, I'm going to leave that bit there a second. Come back to this side. Come on. Oh, why did I bring these scissors? I've got another pair, but I can't remember if they were good or not. Good or not? Good or not? There we go. Same again on this side. So we've got truss around a minute, make my life a little bit easier. This is roof box. That bit went a bit iffy then. Right. Over. That bit I'm going to have to really look at doing, because that's just absolutely awful. I'm sure there's somebody in the comments going, I wouldn't have done it this way, I would have done it that way. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm no professional, I don't put myself out to be a professional. But do you know what? I'm giving it a go. And I've got all the utmost respect for people that are willing to give it a go. But, right, now I've got to work my way around this bit here. Mostly. Oh, there we go. Oh, you know, that's a bit saggy, that. Don't want those saggy bits. No one likes a saggy bit. There we go. Right. Done. Put those in that bag there. Look it back over, inspect our workmanship. Done. Corners are a little bit iffy. No, I don't know actually. I think they'll be alright once they've been buttoned up on the van. And then we can see what we're working with. That bit there is, I'm not too worried about that bit because I've got the plastic check to go over there. If I just hold it up to the camera a minute. I don't think that's a bad effort. No creases in there. It does look like there's creases, but I can't see any. Right, Next bit is I'm going to let that just not go off as such. I'm going to give it a few minutes just to relax itself before I start cutting into it. And I've also got to try and find my blade for wherever the holes are. These little holes here, which I'm going to get my blade, just slowly cut a little hole in the middle, which I'll do in the next clip. Right, I've just cut a couple of little slits in here like a McDonald's cup. They are going to be folded over here so I can get wherever I've put them, hang on, the lights, I can put those lights through them. And then once I've done that, I'll show you how to do this side. So once I've got that light in, I'll show you the full process on this one. I've just put this one here in over this side. I don't know, you can really see it anymore. There we go. Right, I've just put that light there in. When I said previously I'd cut the slits in there and folded them over, that didn't quite go to plan. So the way how thick they were, how thick the carpet was, the light physically couldn't fit in there. So what I ended up doing was the same sort of thing, slicing into it, like so, right the way to the edge. Same on this side, right as far as the edge as I can. Another slice, and then it helps when I'm left-handed here, when it really doesn't. And then pull it as tight as I can over. And then what I then ended up doing was just snipping these little bits off, like so, like that. And then same on this one here, pull it as tight as I can. Done. Done like that. And then take these little off-cut bits off. And with said lights, untwist them like that. Poke them as far through as I can. I'm not too worried about the orientation at the minute because it doesn't actually matter with these. It just makes it a little bit easier for the what's it called? The where the wires go. So once I've got those in there, I then want to flip it over while holding and grab it through the top here, like that. Apply the lens and then screw them on without cross-threading the screws. Without cross-threading it, because if I end up doing that, I'm going to be in a world of trouble. Make sure they're tight, push them back through. That's still quite loose. Is that any loose as well? No, that one's quite tight. So hang on then. There we go. Now they're tight. So, now we can see. Oh, I don't like that actually. I feel like I've cross-threaded that. Ah, there we go. Now it's tight. So now you can see I've got the two lights in, and now I'm going to flick it over and I'm going to show you now the wiring up process, which I've been dreading. I should have done this bit last really, but hey ho. So let's move you up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. He says, there we go. All right, so obviously we've got our earth, two earths, which I'm going to strip back and then add the earthing cable. I'm hoping I can get an earth under here somewhere so I haven't got to run as much, but let's have a look. I should be able to tee an earth in somewhere under here. Let's have a look. Right, where's the wire strippers is the next question. I think they're over here. In the middle, let's see, which they are. Let's stick the earth in. So, earth cable there. Earth cable there. grab the earth cable I've got over here, which is this one here, which I'm going to slice that one there back. Oh, this is that crap wire. The wire that you can't twist around with. Right. So I'm going to cut this one off about here. Which is down there. And now I'm going to, how am I going to do this? Trying to work out what I'm going to do here. Can I slide a crimp all the way down is the next question. Because I don't think I can. Where is my heat shrink? I say my heat shrink joiners. Because I think I'm going to be using that size. What of that? Yeah. Right, that's fine. So where do I intend on that going? Tell you what, let's do this one up here first. And then we will reassess the situation. So I've put some spade connectors on the end of the positive and negative. I've used the heat shrink and solder joints to join everything up. I'm literally just going to put some loom tape on this now just to make it look a little bit neater. And then once I've done that, let me just check actually, because that's a brand new roll. I'm sure I have another roll here. This has got left somewhere. No, I did have it, sound. Says opening a new roll. Yeah, I'm literally just going to neaten this up ever so slightly because one, it'll stop it from banging around. Two, just makes it look a little bit more, not professional, well, neater, professional sort of thing. I mean, I don't know when I'll ever see it, but I'll know it's there and it'll do my head in otherwise. But yeah, I'm literally just only doing it where the joints are. Just to not hide them as such, because everyone's going to know they're there. But again, just to limit the vibrations and stuff like that they probably be going through. But then again, I can't see them going through any, but then again, opening and closing the tailgate, you never know. A little bit more in the middle there. Done. There. I ain't even tested this yet. I know the lights work because I tested them in work the other day. But no idea if we've got them working with this wire that I picked up off Amazon that was cheap. I mean, the wire, I think 16 meters of it was like 13 quid. So I thought, well, we'll have a look at it. If it's any good, we'll get some more at a later date. But so look, I'll try and test them anyway before we fire them back up there. Right, that's that bit there done. Just got that earth there to do. Which is there, so I will go left one there. There we go, I've already buggered it up. There we go, now we're cooking on gas. That door does my head in rattling around. Done. I might just put a little bit in the middle there, just to stop all that from getting tangled about. Done. 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 There we go. Right. Happy days, glaze. Where have I got that from? Right. Done. So, that is the wire inside under here all done. Next port of call is, and I'm not looking forward to it, is I'm going to drill a hole down the bottom for my switch. I'm then going to run the switch down the bottom and try and feed it through that way. So, let's see how that goes, shall we? Right, I got a bit carried away. I've got the board sort of clipped in at the minute with the lights in. I've ran the wires up through behind the tailgate, coming up here. Obviously this is only for testing, making sure they work. I've run it all up through here. That's the wiring for the tailgate. That black wire there comes through here. And what I'm gonna do, I've already got a live that I've already used that powers the tailgate. So I'm gonna tap in to the live that is on here, because technically then I'm hoping that's bright, should still be fused. So what I'll then do is, obviously I will be running a fuse in this as extra protection, but yeah, it will be running off the interior light circuit. And then what I've then done is got the hole drilled, which, yeah, I did record that, but it all went terribly wrong. So I left it at that, and now I've just put the switch in here. So that switch is all wired in, insulated, loom taped, everything. So now I've put that, I'll just leave that hanging out for a minute. And then it's just a case of sorting out, putting everything back together, wiring it all up, and then testing it. So what I'll do is I will put you back on the tripod and get it wired up. Right, it is an absolute mess of wires under here at the minute, excuse me. So I'm just gonna have a bit of a drink and then I'll get in there and get wiring. And then I'll tidy all this bit here up, all along here, all under there. So lovely look. I'm not banging my head. Right, try not to break this board, even though I do intend on doing a whole new roof in this at some point. Only because this board, here I am, it's like giving birth to something. Oh, only because this board in here is the original that came with the van, and it is a little bit manky at the minute through just age, I would probably say. Right, there's the tape. Let's have a look. Where's the end? There we are. Hoping that I still have a working tailgate with this being running through the same circuit, but only one way to find out. What I'll do is that. Then run some loom tape, which should be in here somewhere. Guess I'm sat on it. Don't think I'm gonna have to try and find the loop. There it is, I'm sat on it. Oh, that's just nearly knocked me out. Right. Just tidy this here up. Tell you what, loom tape is absolutely fantastic stuff. Just makes everything feel nicer when you've done anything electrical on something. Granted, I probably wouldn't do it in a house, but I mean, for the likes of this, it just makes it look a little bit more neater. Done that one there, and now the earth, which is this one here. I'm just gonna do the same thing, tap into that. Where's my wire strippers? Wherever they're to. That's them. There they are. Right. Come here, little earth. So, technically now they should work, which they do. That will do me. So, tidy all this lot up under here, put it all back together. Job's a fish. Happy days. Right. Bit more loom tape. No, don't want loom tape yet. Want electrical tape. And then I've just got to finish that bit over there, put the roofing back up. Ah, it's all gone a bit well. Thank goodness. Right. Tell you what, let's neaten this right up a minute. Just go up and over with that. Done. There we go. That can all go back up under there. That can go back in there. That can go... stuck. That can go back under there. So that. Where's my screw hole? Oh, done. And then that bit there just needs pushing. Back under. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. It's all gone wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Right, I'm gonna have to edit this bit right out. Oh well, that's definitely not going back up there now, is it? Right, as you will see, that clip didn't go as planned because the interior of where the roof sits in all went wrong. So I've just had to try and fix that the best I can. Obviously the roof is not looking the greatest anymore. But as I did say in the video, I do want to change the roof at some point. But it is all as best as it can be back together. I've redone all the wiring up here, so that's all tucked in nicely. I've secured the top down lights. I've now secured the board all back up nicely. So that there looks factory. And also, if I double check, the lights work lovely. If I can find the switch, there we go. Off said switch. So, I think for 4 hours worth of work and a little bit of, I would say pretty much anyone could do that if you're confident in electrical. It's made a hell of a difference to the van. And there's a little spider there. So yeah. Right. So that's the end of the video today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want any of the products that I've used today, such as the 4-way stretch carpet that I've used for this, there is a discount code for it. I picked it up from Vandalised and the discount code is there, VIP10, so you get 10% off. I bought 4 meters by 2 meters worth of the 4-way stretch, just because I knew that was going to cover this, and I've still got some left over, which I'm planning on doing the whole tailgate to this line here, or just this line here, I should say, just to make it a little bit more warmer, not warmer as such, just a little bit more nicer inside when the tailgate shut. But as well as that, if you do want a link to anything, I will put it all in the description below. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.